motion.
Quantum energy.
Quantum fluctuation. We're not laughing at you. I hope you. It's just it's the same response we get every time.
We're making fun of the stupid atheists.
Yes.
Honestly, I don't know a lot about physics. I'm more into like creative arts and stuff, but what I can say is that a lot of the claims in the Bibles, certain scientific methods don't support. Now, that's not to say that there aren't any historical claims in the Bible at all, but at the same time...
You understand that all conclusions in science are provisional? None of them are considered to be absolute truth. Okay? You understand?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I was just wondering
if you take something from first of all, not all that glitters is gold. Not all that comes in the name of science is the same as observation, testing, repeatability with predicted success versus extrapolating into the past and calling it science. Okay? Like when they tell you the universe is billions of years old, what they don't tell you is they're relying on a whole lot of circular reasoning. They're also relying on the fact that the speed of light in a one-way direction, there's no way to test it. Okay? You can only measure the speed of light round trip, and then they divide it in half and come up with 300,000 kilometers per second. They don't know what the speed of light is in space. They just assume that it's the same here as it is out there, which is not necessarily the case.
Can I just jump in for a second? I'm a Catholic. I believe in God. But in terms of your understanding of science, that's not what they assume. It's actual experiments and research that they do in order to understand those things.
How old are you?
I am 32.
Okay. So you're generalizing now.
I'm not generalizing.
Yeah, you are generalizing.
Okay, then ask me a specific question.
Okay,
then.
Listen, RPS.
Yeah.
I've been around the block a few times. I'm almost double your age. All right?
Go on.
Now, you're generalizing at this point. You need to give us specificity.
So you're talking about the rate of speed in space.
Okay. What dictates the speed of a photon? Is it the photon itself or the rate of causation?
No, it is the photon.
The rate of causation.
No, you're not understanding. If you go to the scientific YouTube channel Verisitanium, he very astutely points out that it is assumed that the cap on the speed of light is due to the photon itself.
It's not assumed.
May I finish, please?
Of course it's
assumed. Finish, please. Now, I'm going to ask you a question.
Sorry, no. I'm going to shut up for a second. Go on.
If we have two identical twins, okay?
Yep, go on.
And one remains on Earth and the other goes on a really fast spaceship, will the rate of causation differ for the twin on the really fast spaceship?
Yes, which we've literally done.
So there's a different rate of causation. Now, could the rate of causation within certain geocoordinates of the physical universe impede the speed of light?
No, because...
How do you know that?
Because we've done the experiments, we've done the science.
You're not. Okay.
Can I say something?
You don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to stop you
right
now.
Let me just...
You don't know what you're talking about.
Let me just finish. You can tell me I'm wrong.
Has anybody tested... Yeah, I'm a moderator here. Has anybody tested
I'm saying you can shut me up.
Listen, hey, honey, I don't want to have to kick you. Okay?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying...
I'm warning you. Final warning. Do you want to get kicked? Now, have they tested the speed of light in deep space?
Can I say something without being shut off?
If you don't answer the question, I'm kicking you.
I will answer the question, but I just want to finish my sentence.
Goodbye. 32 years old, going on 13. Notice what they can't refute, they just simply ignore or they just generalize. Okay? She goes, oh, they've tested it. Okay, how do you test that the speed of light? You can't even measure the speed of light in a one-way direction. Right? Now, if the rate of causation is unimaginably faster outside of certain solar system or galactic parameters, this could have an effect on impeding the speed of light, where it caps out at a much slower speed, whereas in deep space, where it's not affected, the rate of causation could be unimaginably faster. Okay? She just buys hook, line, and sinker whatever they say in science. Okay? I'm not anti-science, but neither am I gullible either. Do you know that the speed of light in a one-way direction is simply a conventional choice? It's never been proven in a one-way direction in laboratory conditions here on Earth. They measure the speed of light in a round trip, and then they divide it in half. Okay? So theoretically, the speed of light could be instantaneous going out, and it could be 600,000 kilometers round trip. Okay? But she doesn't know that. And even if we were to agree that the speed of light maxes out at 300,000 kilometers per second, that cap on the speed of light could be impeded by certain factors within the time-space continuum within the vicinity of objects of large mass. Okay? So why is it that the scientific YouTube channel, Veracitanium, which is not a Bible-thumping site, argues that the speed of light is not determined by the photon itself, but by the rate of causation, okay, in where you are in the universe? Get this clown out of here with a name like that. You're an idiot. Let me block his account. Yeah, he's blocked already. Yeah, don't bring that guy up. He's blaspheming. See, they get a little knowledge in science, but they don't get any education or studying in the philosophy of science.
Yeah, I've heard people say that science is not dependent on philosophy, and
that's a complete state of ignorance when somebody says that.
Yes, it is.
It's colossal ignorance.
I was stunned. I think I was speechless after they said that. For them to be so unaware of what science is and how science operates and the foundation of how science even came to be.
Yeah. Look, here's an interesting situation, okay? Right? So it was only about 25 to 30 years ago that I think his name was Higgs. He proposed, along with others, that there's something called the Higgs field that provides for the formation of particles. Okay. Before that, it was unknown. Okay. Now it's pretty much generally accepted as a consensus that there is something called the Higgs field. What if it's the case that the Higgs field, or something like this, within close-up proximity to objects of large mass, impedes the speed of light to 300,000 kilometers per second, and outside of that realm, okay, at a subatomic level, the speed of light could be near instantaneous. Now, notice how she said, no, they tested it. Have you tested the speed of light in deep space? No. And you can't even test it in a one-way direction. Okay? You cannot test it in a one-way direction.
Way direction.
You know, many of these people who worship at the feet of these Bible-denying scientists, they're like Muslims. They just can't bring themselves to believe that a particular community could be wrong. But science has a long history of getting stuff wrong.
Yeah, I don't think any scientist can honestly state that they're getting everything right. We don't know. Science, the whole point of science is to be wrong and to be updated.
Yeah, what they don't understand is all observations are inherently theory laden. All conclusions are provisional, and they're models that may or may not be correct. But people don't understand that if you just simply say the Earth rotates on its axis, not something that I dispute, but you're invoking a model, okay, based upon a number of observations and extrapolations, okay? And they don't understand, not all models have the same strength. People actually believe that the Big Bang is a discovery. This is how uneducated people are. They don't understand this is just a materialistic, naturalistic model of origins. Okay, I want to plug a book that I promised somebody I would plug. There's a new book out written by Ray Mondragon. It's called Science is God Shouting. Okay, science exclamation point is God shouting. It's a brand new book defending creationism and answering many issues dealing with creationism vis-a-vis evolution and other Big Bang concepts. So get the book. Science is God Shouting by Ray Mondragon. All right, guys, I'll be back.